The moment that I start expressing anger out to the world is the moment I lose everything. I really believe that. I lose every single connection that I have. I lose the respect I have for myself. I lose the love I have for myself. I lose attention. I lose everything. So deep. So deep. And that's actually the one thing that's blocking my ability to fully become something and build something. You know, I see you making these videos every day and like really putting yourself out there. I say, oh, I don't need anyone to know me. I've already completed this game. I'm peaceful. I'm fine. I have everything that I want. That's all anger repression. All of it is a lie. It's all a lie.
What do you mean? How does that relate to anger repression?
I've created this illusion that I'm peaceful, that I'm safe, that I don't need to do anything. And if I truly accepted my anger and my rage that I have for life, for things, for my own inadequacies, my own judgments, I would not be afraid of putting myself out there. I would not be afraid of making more money. I would not be afraid of saying things how they are. I would not be afraid of speaking up when I feel like I need to speak up. I would not be afraid of being human. That is literally the almost the last thing that feels like that's in my way. But like every time you speak to me and you ask me about my goals and where I'm going and what I'm doing, I say, oh, I've got nothing to do. Everything's okay. It's not real. It's a lie. I finally realized that last night. And so there's just a big buildup of energy in my body. I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. I really don't know what to do with it. I'm kind of scared of it, honestly. I'm fucking scared of it.
Scared of what exactly? Be specific.
Like there's a part of me that just feels frozen. What am I scared of? I'm afraid of losing my mind again. Yeah, I'm afraid of losing my mind. Wow. Wow, this is big. You know when I was speaking to you about the belly, how that everyone has an animal inside of them, and if you repress that animal, it will eat away at you. It'll cause you physical health issues, mental health issues. You won't live to your full life's potential. You'll be half the man that you could be. It's literally all tied to that. And if I really am honest with myself, I have a huge, there's a huge part of me that I'm like repressing, avoiding. I don't know exactly what to do with it or how to navigate it or how to process it. There are these little moments where I just get these bursts of anger and then I get scared. I'm like, whoa, that's too much. Like, put that away.
Whoa. So if you didn't do that, if you didn't put it away, what would happen if you just kept on going?
Mm, if I didn't put it away, I'm just afraid of the boundlessness. Right now, I'm like safe. I'm safe in bounds. If I fully let anger be expressed, I'm afraid that I could hurt someone. I'm afraid that I could hurt myself. I'm afraid that I lose my mind. Truthfully, I'm afraid that I'll lose my mind. I'm afraid that I'll lose everyone and I'll lose everything. Um, But I know there is gold on the other side of this. Like, once I come to terms with my anger, there'll be like real power, deep rooted power. I can feel it. I know it. I understand it. But I just, yeah. Yeah.
So, are you okay with all those things of losing your mind, losing people, being angry, and all those things, those consequences?
If I say it right now from mind and body, I would say no, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it, of course.
So, what
You
needs to
know,
change? So, go
one
ahead.
of the things I just wanted to say, one of the things I've noticed, and I think Mariam's showed up in our lives all for a specific reason. I want to bring her up here because she's someone that I've seen for the first time in a long time that doesn't repress anger. If she sees something that's inauthentic or a lie, she will not even think about it. Like, mind isn't even involved. She just says what she feels. And when I witness that, I'm like, wow, I can really appreciate that. And I can see how that makes her more like, there's power. She has real raw power, raw energy moving through her. There's no like mind that's like keeping it stuck. It's just. And so ever since I connected with her, there have been a bunch of synchronicities that have showed me where I'm lying to myself, where I'm just bypassing anger. It's showed up probably 5 or 6 times now, and each time it gets even more intense, even more intense, even more intense, even more intense. It feels like I'm gonna like pop. Mm, yeah, yeah. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, to be honest.
This feels real to me. This feels genuine and authentic, and it feels like this is valuable. We're getting somewhere. I feel good about making this video. So why don't you just do it? Lose your mind, lose control. If you know the benefit is going to be better on the other side.
Mm. It's not something that can be thought about. That's the thing. The moment I start thinking is the moment that it just like it becomes inauthentic. It just has to, like, I have to trust my moment to moment expression. But I'm so trained to pre-plan what I want to say, how I want to be perceived, what people are going to think about me. And so I always think 5 steps ahead. It's like I'm playing chess all the time.
Wow.
It's just like I'm not fully in the body in a way. Yeah, like that's it. Like, I'm just afraid of my moment to moment expression and how it's going to be received. And so I pre plan everything. There are literally times where I'll spend 10 minutes waiting to respond to a message because I'm like afraid of saying the wrong thing. There is so much overthinking that happens on a day to day basis. I think, oh man, I know where this starts. Oh my god. So I remember that I just had a thought that came to my mind. I started repressing anger about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Wow. I stopped taking up space. I started shrinking in my energy. This was when I got attacked in a nightclub, and I actually got stitches on my head, and a pretty severe concussion. It was like the final traumatic. It was the final concussion that led me into most of the physical health issues. Very traumatizing experience. And so the story that I create in my mind is that I cannot express my power, I cannot express anger without a life or death situation coming to me. And so I brushed it away for 3-4 years, and it's like there is so much charge. It's not a clean energy right now. Wow, I'm so afraid of being seen as angry. I'm so afraid of being judged as angry. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, that's just what it is. I know there's something at the end of this, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, the consequences sound quite severe. I was going to ask you, what are the consequences? Are they really that bad? And if it's you getting a concussion, yeah, that's pretty bad. You probably shouldn't. You probably should repress anger if you're in a nightclub and you're dealing with drunk fools. But you being in your room, I think it's the perfect time to let's see. What's going to happen? You're going to piss off some people or you're going to lose some relationships. Big deal.
I just need life to keep challenging me. I need people in my life to keep challenging me. And then I'll be able to work with this energy more. I think right now I'm talking to a fellow anger repressor. So there's only so much that can come out from this.
You said something that sometime recently you started shrinking in your energy. I resonate with that. Because I too am shrinking in my energy. I don't go out. The only time I go out was to get a vegan pizza in the last 2 weeks. Think about that. I don't leave my house. Why? Why would I? What is there? What is there? No. If I need a vegan pizza, I go out. But I realized some point recently after the pandemic or whenever, like, this life is not so safe. I gotta protect myself. So I haven't come to the full inner conclusion of how to do that or totally feel safe. So I'm doing the same thing that you're doing. And at the same time, hearing Miriam speak and hearing you say the thing about Miriam that she doesn't think about what she's saying, I'm becoming more like this, I'm happy to say. A while ago, I thought that, oh, if I just blurt out everything that's coming into my mouth, or I do exactly what Miriam's doing, or there are some people that I've met that have no filters, that would lead me to jail. But now I understand, no, I'm safe, I'm sane, I'm conscious and sober, most importantly. I won't do anything or say anything or put myself in a weird, uncomfortable situation or put myself in danger. No, that's not what's going to happen. But yes, I am here to step in more power. And there really isn't any consequences for me. That's why I feel safe doing this more and more. What are the consequences? They're not going to put me in jail. I'm not doing anything illegal. And yeah, I'll piss off some people or like, who cares? Do it. Piss them all off. Last thing I'll say here, mentioning about your, you thinking about 10 minutes what you should say. I'm also happy and proud of myself. I deleted this for myself. Not with girls, but I am just saying exactly what needs to be said, and that feels so freeing because I don't care what the consequences are. What's gonna happen? I don't like you in the first place. Oh, screw it, screw you. So yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. You have to be willing to lose everyone and everything. I think when you come to terms with that, then energy just flows through easier.
You know,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
I want to say one more thing because we're being honest and genuine. I also feel this sense from you. I felt it for a long time, and this is the first time that I'm really pointing words to it. Mm, talking to you sometimes, not all the time, but talking to you a large percent of the time is like walking on a minefield. I have to be very genuine and be careful where I step because I feel there's dynamite there, there's nitroglycerin. If I step on the wrong place, oh man, there's going to be a reaction, an emotional reaction. And I'm not prepared for that. I'm not ready for that. So, yes, just confirming what you said.
makes sense. Makes sense. Look, I think once I come to terms with this energy, it feels very, I can feel like God's presence in it. It's like there's this wrath of God. Like, God isn't just love and light. That's the thing that I'm realizing. God is just the totality of all expression. God is authenticity, truthfully. And whenever I see like breaches of integrity or lies or dishonor or whatever, I feel that rage inside of me that wants to correct people, and that's real. And I've been shutting that off with non-dual awareness and just sitting around like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh man, and it's just a lie. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And that's why I feel so comfortable at home, because I don't want to put myself in those situations where I feel like that rage. Um, Now, if I really came to terms with the rage, the anger, if I really accepted it, I would trust that it would come out very clean, very grounded. It's just authentic energy moving through and being expressed. Mm. In the past 24 hours, there have been 3 situations that have arose that have brought me back to that like authentic rage. And I have these big, I can feel like the Kundalini, like the life force energy just like moving rapidly through me. It's like something wants to open up. It's like something, it just wants to come online, something wants to activate. It's like, it feels like very tied to the root chakra. Because I've spent so much time floating around in, spaces. There's something that's just bringing me back down into the body, bringing me back down into human experience. Once I come to terms with that and I accept that, like, man, what I can create in this world it's like night and day. It's seriously night and day. And the ironic thing is, people know me for teaching them about this kind of work. But clearly I have so much more to do. I hosted I don't know if I shared this with you, but in the last retreat that I hosted, with my business partner, I was teaching people about belly, integrating the dark aspects of yourself. And I walked everyone through this very intensive exercise. Um, it felt very unsafe at times, actually. But there was one guy who I helped him integrate this rage that he had inside. He was very inauthentic. Like anytime he would speak in the space, it was like he was lying. And finally, I helped crack something open with him, and he started screaming. He was full blown rage. I said, "Great," and I helped him move through this energy. And he said the next day, um, there was a self worth that he felt in his body, unlike he'd ever felt before. And he got offered one of the largest music deals that he'd ever got offered in his career, in his entire career. He was like a musician, a guy in his 40s, and it reminds to me that this energy, this anger energy, is the energy that claims in life. It chooses what it wants in life. It gets material possessions, it gets power, it gets status, it gets money, it gets all of these things. If you're repressing that, you will not have the things that you want in this world. And people say, oh, if you're enlightened, you don't need anything in the material world. That's a lie. That's bypass as well. That is a lie. You know how many times I told you that? Because I'm just afraid deep down inside. So there are so many levels to this, is what I'm realizing. There's so many levels. It's deep. There's deep work. Deep work. It's deeper than my words are able to communicate it right now.
You know who Dan Pena is?
Yes.
He says, someone asked him, like, hey, what makes you such a, alpha male and this and that? And he says, well, one thing I do, or one thing I don't do, is I don't allow people to say the wrong things and don't correct them. I've done this countless of times, still do this, but I don't want to do this anymore. And it ties in what you said. You said you want to correct people. That's how I interpret it. People are telling me things in the Discord. I know they're wrong, but I let them speak and they continue, and then I share my piece. I don't want to do that. I want to change that. I want to correct them right away. No, this is wrong. And that requires conflict and challenge, and they're going to get angry and this and that. Oh my God. But I have to do this. I will do this.
This is the thing I was trying to bring vision on in the calls of Mariam. It's the fear of conflict, the fear of confrontation. There are certain things that Mariam will speak about that you most definitely do not agree with. And it's the fear of conflict, the fear of confrontation that prevents you from speaking that or potentially leading a conversation in a certain direction. And yeah, I mean, look, we all have different levels of it, all of us. Some have it more with men, some have it more with women, some have it more with, like, it really depends on childhood and past experiences in life and whatever else.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't want to do this with Miriam. It's something about it that she's a girl and she's also very respectable towards me. I don't want to correct her in these ways because it's breaking rapport. I feel like if I say, oh, Miriam, you're wrong, she'll be like, how dare you? This is the last time we're talking. Oh my God, should have kept my mouth shut.
So if you're afraid of breaking rapport, there's one level of you that's inauthentic.
What do you mean
There's
by
like
that?
one part of you that's, it's like you're not fully yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there is a mask that's communicating just to feel safe and feel loved and welcomed.
That's so true.
And I don't think it's black or white. I don't think it means you have to be an asshole and just like disagree with everything and say, no, this is wrong, and chaos for no reason. No, because once this energy is integrated, there can be very healthy, authentic discourse with people. And authentic people will appreciate and respect you even more. Inauthentic people will hate you. Inauthentic people will judge you and put you down. And that's the one thing that I'm realizing. Like, I don't want to get into the full story of it now, but there's one guy that I'm going back and forth with right now who is clearly an anger oppressor. Um, he's a family friend, friends with my family, and he doesn't like me for whatever reason, but he doesn't want to say it. And I keep pressing him. I'm like, you're just lying. You're being inauthentic. And then he just runs away, like he hides away from facing that. That's what most people are like. So again, with authentic people, you can be authentic and not be afraid of losing them. I genuinely believe that.
Well, let us all, both you and I, and also the viewers that are watching, let us break the masks that we put on for show for other people to stay safe, to stay protected. Let us be true. Let us be honest, authentic, vulnerable. And most importantly, let the truth come out of you, through you, around you, in every which way. That's it. Have a good day.